Have you ever wondered why narcissists, with their inflated egos and seemingly unshakable confidence, often find themselves unraveling when faced with the quiet strength of an empath? What is it about these deeply feeling, compassionate individuals that strikes fear into the hearts of those who thrive on manipulation and control? The dynamic between narcissists and empaths is one of the most fascinating and complex relationships in human psychology, and it reveals a truth that narcissists would rather keep hidden. Empaths are their greatest threat. This video will take you on a deep dive into the psyche of narcissists, the unique power of empaths, and why the collision of these two forces often leads to the narcissist's ultimate regret. By the end, you'll understand why narcissists fear empaths more than anyone else, and how this dynamic plays out in relationships, workplaces, and even families. So, let's begin this journey into the heart of human behavior. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share if you find this exploration as intriguing as I do. Narcissists are often portrayed as larger-than-life characters, exuding charm, confidence, and an almost magnetic allure. They are the masters of first impressions, capable of drawing people in with their charisma and seemingly boundless self-assurance. But beneath this polished exterior lies a fragile ego, a deep-seated insecurity that drives their need for admiration and control. Narcissists thrive on the validation of others, using it to prop up their shaky sense of self-worth. They are skilled manipulators, adept at reading people and exploiting their vulnerabilities to get what they want. Yet, despite their apparent invincibility, there is one type of person who can see through their facade and disrupt their carefully constructed world: the empath. Empaths are the emotional counterweights to narcissists. They are highly sensitive individuals who possess an extraordinary ability to sense and absorb the emotions of others. Unlike narcissists, who are primarily focused on themselves, empaths are deeply attuned to the needs and feelings of those around them. They are natural caregivers, often putting others before themselves, and they have an uncanny ability to see through superficiality and recognize the true intentions of people. This makes them uniquely equipped to detect the manipulative tactics of narcissists, even when others are fooled. But it's not just their perceptiveness that makes empaths a threat to narcissists. It's their inherent authenticity and emotional depth that expose the emptiness at the core of the narcissist's being. When a narcissist encounters an empath, it's like meeting a mirror that reflects their true self, stripped of all pretenses. This is deeply unsettling for the narcissist, who relies on illusions and distortions to maintain their self-image. The empath's ability to see through these illusions and respond with genuine empathy and understanding can trigger a narcissistic injury, a blow to their fragile ego that leaves them feeling exposed and vulnerable. For the narcissist, this is an intolerable state of being, and they will often react with rage, manipulation, or withdrawal in an attempt to regain control. But the empath's quiet strength and resilience make them a formidable opponent, one who can withstand the narcissist's tactics and ultimately lead them to a place of regret. One of the most intriguing aspects of the narcissist-empath dynamic is the way it plays out in relationships. Narcissists are often drawn to empaths because they provide the unconditional love and admiration that the narcissist craves. Empaths, with their nurturing nature and desire to heal, may initially be drawn to the narcissist's charm and apparent confidence, seeing them as someone who needs their care and understanding. This creates a perfect storm, with the narcissist feeding off the empath's emotional energy, while the empath becomes increasingly drained and depleted. Over time, however, the empath begins to see the narcissist for who they truly are, and this realization can be a turning point in the relationship. As the empath starts to set boundaries and assert their own needs, the narcissist's mask begins to slip. They may respond with anger, guilt-tripping, or gaslighting in an attempt to regain control. But the empath's growing awareness of the narcissist's true nature makes these tactics less effective. The empath's ability to remain calm and centered in the face of the narcissist's outbursts is particularly threatening, as it undermines the narcissist's power and exposes their emotional instability. This can lead to a profound shift in the relationship, with the narcissist becoming increasingly desperate, and the empath finding the strength to walk away. The narcissist's regret often comes too late, after the empath has already moved on. It's not regret in the traditional sense. Narcissists are rarely capable of genuine remorse, but rather a recognition of what they have lost. The empath's unconditional love and acceptance were like a drug to the narcissist, and without it, they are left feeling empty and unfulfilled. They may try to hoover the empath back into their orbit, using charm, promises, or guilt to lure them back, but the empath's newfound clarity and self-respect make them immune to these tactics. This leaves the narcissist in a state of frustration and despair, forced to confront the void within themselves that they have been trying to fill with external validation. In the workplace, the dynamic between narcissists and empaths can be equally fraught. Narcissists often rise to positions of power, where they can exert control and receive the admiration they crave. They may be charismatic leaders who inspire loyalty and devotion, but their lack of empathy and tendency to exploit others can create a toxic environment. Empaths, with their ability to sense the emotions and motivations of others, are often the first to recognize the narcissist's true nature. They may try to mitigate the damage by offering support to their colleagues, or by subtly challenging the narcissist's behavior, but this can put them in the narcissist's crosshairs. Narcissists view empaths as a threat to their authority, and will often target them with manipulation, sabotage, or outright hostility. They may try to undermine the empath's credibility, isolate them from their peers, or exploit their kindness for their own gain. But empaths have a unique resilience that allows them to withstand these attacks. Their ability to stay grounded in their values and maintain their compassion, even in the face of adversity, makes them a formidable opponent. Over time, the narcissist's efforts to control or destroy the empath often backfire, leading to their own downfall. In families, the narcissist-empath dynamic can be particularly painful. Narcissistic parents may favor one child over another, using them as a source of narcissistic supply, while neglecting or scapegoating the empath. The empath, with their sensitivity and desire for harmony, may try to keep the peace or take on the role of caretaker, but this can lead to emotional exhaustion and a loss of self. As the empath grows older and begins to assert their independence, the narcissistic parent may react with anger, guilt, or manipulation, trying to maintain control. But the empath's ability to see through these tactics and set boundaries can lead to a rupture in the relationship, leaving the narcissistic parent feeling abandoned and rejected. The narcissist's regret in these situations is often tinged with bitterness and resentment. They may blame the empath for their own unhappiness, unable to see how their behavior contributed to the breakdown of the relationship. But deep down, they know that they have lost something precious, a connection that they were unable to appreciate or nurture. This realization can be a bitter pill to swallow, and it often leads to a cycle of blame, denial, and self-pity. So why are empaths the greatest threat to narcissists? It's not because they are aggressive or confrontational, but because they embody the qualities that narcissists lack: authenticity, empathy, and emotional depth. Empaths have the ability to see through the narcissist's facade and respond with compassion and understanding, which is both disarming and threatening to the narcissist. Their quiet strength and resilience make them immune to the narcissist's manipulative tactics, and their ability to set boundaries and walk away leaves the narcissist feeling exposed and powerless. In the end, it is the empath's authenticity and emotional integrity that expose the emptiness at the core of the narcissist's being, leading to their ultimate regret. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into the fascinating and complex world of narcissists and empaths. I hope this exploration has shed light on the dynamics between these two personality types, and why empaths are such a powerful force in the lives of narcissists. If you found this video insightful, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Your support helps me continue to create content that delves into the intricacies of human behavior and relationships. Until next time, take care and stay curious.